everybody that watched the Jaguars versus the Texans game probably saw one of the most violent hits that I've seen in recent memory. Me and Big Homie Wayne a couple weeks ago, probably a couple months ago now, talked about if dudes be hitting like that on defense, do they do that on purpose? And I was like, no, that's out the game. Well, it doesn't look like it. I can't pronounce old boy's name. I think it's Al Shaair.
Al Shaair.
Thank you, Al
Yeah.
Shaair. Thank you, guys. He has been suspended for 3 weeks
Yep.
for the hit that he landed on Trevor Lawrence. And it was a hit to the point where the boy had an instant concussion. And you could tell because he had a fizzer, which is when you kind of lock up and start to shake real bad. So when it happened, Rita gave me an immediate call. I thought somebody in my family had passed away, not Trevor Lawrence. So I'm going to start off with you. Rita, tell me what you thought about the hit. And did you think that this hit was on purpose?
Ooh, baby. Okay, so I screamed when I saw this hit. I was like, because I was like, oh shit. And then they kept replaying it and replaying it and replaying it. And honestly, I thought Trevor Lawrence was dead because he was so stiff and then his arms was like this. So if you didn't see it, and I'm pretty sure there's millions of clips of it online. But the hit was so like he was so stiff. I thought he was dead. But then like everybody came over. The thing was that okay, it was so unnecessary because Trevor Lawrence was like doing his 1-2 thing. He's trying to get the first down. I believe they got the first down, and he was already in slide formation. Okay, he was in slide formation. Then this big fucking asshole comes and goes like this. Well, let me see. Looking at the TV, I don't know. It was like this because he was like this. This arm is casted with like Johns on it. All right. And just basically like hit the hell out of him. So it was like this. He took a hit from elbow like this. His neck popped back. So all this got popped. Oh my God. So I was like, oh my God. Then all of a sudden it was a Royal motherfucking Rumble. It was WWE on that bitch. This is the thing. When you first look at the clip and he hits him and he's like, oh shit. He had an oh shit split second, oh shit. Because he was like, but then all of a sudden, when everybody started snapping, he immediately went into rage mode, like, fuck you. Yeah, I hit him. So the fuck what? So it begs the question, did he do it on purpose? He was so mad and fuming so much off of the strength of the Jaguars team being so pissed about the hit. And then like helmets came on, motherfuckers was throwing blows. The crowd threw shit at him. So then he was mad about the crowd. And when he walked out of the stadium, when he was getting ejected, he was just like, okay, yeah, like, fuck it, I did it. So, oh my God. And then at the end of the game, they talked, the announcer chick, Lisa Sanders or whatever the fuck her name is, she asked him straight up, she was like, CJ, I know you love your team and everything. So after he gave glory to God, which he always does, I love you so much for that. He was like, okay, I don't think it was intentional, but he needs to learn from it. Good answer. Now, was it intentional? Ooh, I think I got it. You know what? Real shit, because he had an opportunity to kind of retract or just even have his arms down and maybe just, he probably would have still landed on him because he was going full force. In no fucking way he would have not landed on him, but at least you would have just landed on him like a floppy ass fish or something, and not have your hands up. I don't think he wanted to hurt him. But like he did have his arms up and it seemed kind of intentional. And then your immediate anger when everybody was like, motherfucker, you hit my boy. And then it was just WWE and WWF all combined. He was so pissed. It was a Royal fucking Rumble. Oh my God. It was some good ass shit. It was so sad. I don't know if he even has remorse. So if you don't have remorse, did you do it on purpose? I don't think he did it on purpose. Real shit. But I think the excitement of it all and with everybody like motherfucker, and he ain't no chump. It's so hard to kind of like decipher this and process this out. I hope it wasn't intentional, but it happened and you handled it completely fucked up. And then you had the audacity to talk shit to the crowd as you were leaving. And they was throwing all kind of shit. I loved it. So, I'm on the fence because he could have did something to change the way he landed on him, and he could have handled it better. He could have immediately been like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry," when he got on there. But I guess because of the moment and everybody just motherfuckers wanted to kick his ass immediately. How can you say, "Oh my god, I'm sorry"?
Let me no, James, let me jump in. Let me jump in real quick. Because here's how I think about it. So he got a 3 game suspension. That's all fine and well and dandy. That's great. Um, so I'm trying to figure out where exactly I want to start with this. So I think that like Rita was saying, was it done on purpose or did he do it on mistake? I think both. I think he did go down for the hit. He used his arm, his forearm on purpose. But here's 2 things about that. One, welcome to football. If you can't get hit, get the fuck out. Straight up. 2, when was the last time? And I don't want to hear the excuses. Excuse me. I don't want to hear the excuses and I don't want to hear the examples. When was the last time that you all cared about Trevor Lawrence? Don't worry, I'll wait. Exactly. You don't listen. We're all so sorry that this happened to him, right? But this is a part of football and it happens. I think he did try to hit him. If you go back and you look at it, though, they went down at the same time, right? So here's the thing with that. If he tried to hit him with it, he didn't try to knock him out, right? But the thing about it is, and I'm putting blame, yes, on everybody on this. I'm so sick of this society where we have to blame the person that did something wrong, blame everybody on this. Here's my thing with that. I'm so sick of these QBs thinking they big shit and sliding and trying to get these extra yards when they should have slid a long time ago. I'm sick of this. First of all, Trevor Lawrence, you ain't that good of a QB to be trying to get some extra yardage. You're not anybody else for you to be thinking. You're not Jackson. You're not anybody for you to be thinking that you can get a couple extra yards and your ass got knocked down. Horrible hit. Yeah, he got a concussion. He got a fissure. He got a whatever. But you need to stop thinking that you can get these extra yards in and you ass got knocked out because of it, right? So if you're gonna blame this guy, Al Jazeer, whatever his name is, then you need to blame Trevor Lawrence as well. One group that you can't blame is the team. The team is supposed to go down for the QB. So if they knocked out the QB like that, yes, the whole team is supposed to get off of the field and start whooping ass. So they did that correct thing. They did it correctly. All of us who were texting while it was happening, they should have stood by that locker room and waited for that team to come out, or at least Al Jazeer, and whooped his monkey ass. That's how I feel about it. But I also feel about it is let's not take any blame from Trevor Lawrence, right? You try to get those extra yards in and you got capped. Bro, it's football. That's what it is. It's just what it is. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear the excuses. I don't want to hear us, oh, that's so good. They gave him some 3 games and this is disgusting and preposterous. That's all I've been hearing all day long from everybody. Stephen A to this person, that, oh, it's just disgusting. I can't believe it. And I can't shut up with the weak shit. Shut up with the weak shit. Because I know that every coach, Rex Ryan, I know that they said, go ahead and take that person out. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do that. Now all of a sudden, now they got a camera on them, and we're in this whole new Reddit society where they try to make the world be, they make the change be what they want to see in the world and everything. And now everybody's like, oh, it's disgusting and let's stop it. Let's stop it. People break their legs. People get concussions. Tua just came back from a concussion. Let's stop all the dumb shit. This is what happens. This is what happens. Go ahead, James. I gotta go very quick.
Was it a fucking disgusting when Tua got hit twice?
Yeah, it
Tua
was.
got hit.
I
Was it fucking disgusting then?
Yeah, I mean it is disgusting. See, the thing is with Tua is that he was getting hit and he had a problem with not trying to actually slide.
Mm-mm.
And then he running into motherfuckers and still getting hurt. But I will say that I do agree with Wayne to the standpoint of they took that out of the game. But football has always been a violent sport. So they took out the fact that you can get hit like that. But that always existed. That always existed until they took it out, trying to make the game safer and trying to protect the quarterback. But where I'm going to go with it is a different way. I will say that the hit was egregious and that he shouldn't have did it. And then I'm also going to say that it was right for the teams to snap and he got slammed and all of that. Definitely, I would have been right there putting foot to ass if I was that other team. There's no way you fucking up my homeboy like that just off the principle of the whole thing, because you ain't supposed to do that. But I will agree with Wayne. This is a violent fucking sport. People get hit. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And but I don't. The thing I don't like, and I haven't watched any sports TV in a while. That, and certainly not today anybody talking about it. So where I'm coming from is straight from my mouth and my thought. I hope nobody was like, this motherfucker should be put in jail.
Oh, hell no. They better not. Come on now.
Or he should be suspended for the rest of the year. Or he should be suspended indefinitely. Because
I was wondering, did they fine him? Did they fine him some money?
I mean, I don't know if they fined him, but the fact that he ain't playing, he ain't getting paid. So I guess that is a fine. Those are three game checks.
But there's no additional fine, like $1 million?
I ain't see any.
There shouldn't be, because the only reason they gave him the 3 games is, this is what I think. The only reason they gave him 3 games is because of his coach running his mouth, and just like I'm doing, not taking any blame for it, which is correct. He shouldn't, you know, he should take up for his team. I don't blame the coach for taking up for his player, because this is what you're supposed to do. And I may be like kind of bitter or something, but I feel like this is what kind of happens in relationships too, right? Like, you know me, like I'm off the wall. I'll say some shit that I may not mean just to get a rise out of people. Sometimes I mean it, sometimes I don't, right? But my thing is, like, when you do that, your mate should be there, be like on your side, instead of like worried about what friends think and worried about what this other person thinks. You know what I mean? And that's the way I felt about the coach. The coach did the absolute right thing by taking up for his player. It doesn't matter if it was egregious or not. That's what you're supposed to do. The team all came out. He was trying to find everybody else to blame it on. And that's absolutely fine, because that's what we do as adults. And that's what we do as human beings on planet Earth. And that's what we have always done. And everybody out there that's saying like, oh, he's so wrong for saying this and the coach shouldn't have done that. You've done it too. You've absolutely done it too. So let's stop all this shit. It's like, stop trying to make the world so much better than you. Because we're all in this together. And I say this all the time. We look different. We think different. We act different. But at the end of the day, we are all the same. And if you don't understand that, you know you understand it. So if you don't understand that, then you don't want to. We are all the same. We all do the same shit. We all think the same thing. We all try to find ways to get us out of a situation that we got ourselves in. And we have those people that want to help us do so. That's what's going on in this situation right here. The coach was supposed to protect his players, just like the Jaguars tried to protect Trevor Lawrence. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think that's why they gave him 3-game suspension, because for some reason, people just want remorse. Even when you go to court, it's like, you got to plead guilty and then we'll let you go. For what? Like, I paid you off. Like, just let me go, man. I gave you the 100 G's. Let me get out of here, bro. Let's stop with all this dumb. I got to admit that I'm wrong and admit that I lied. That's dumb. It's stupid. Everybody always wants to see remorse from people. No. He knocked that dude down. He knocked him out, gave him a bullshit apology. He did everything he was supposed to do. He's a football player. He capped that dude. He went at his head and he gave him a concussion on mistake, but a concussion nonetheless. It happens. If you're so mad about it, stop watching it and stop playing it, and take your kids out of it too, because they're going to get concussions as well. Let's stop with the dumb shit. It is the most brutal sport in the entire world. Pads or no pads. You just saw Tua get knocked out, and he's like, I'm not going to wear that new helmet. I don't. My team doesn't like it. I'm not going to wear it. And it's like, it may be better for you. It may be better to protect you, Tua. He doesn't care. He does not care. They don't care about themselves when they're on the field. They care about winning because they care about what other people think. They want that. They want that love from other people, right? So it's a part of the sport. It's a part of the game. Look, I say this. Listen, I say this about people with certain public jobs. You know, people will be a police officer or something like that, and they'll be like, well, you know, I don't like this, or I don't like that, or I don't like being shot at, or it's not fair because I want to go home to my family every day. Well, go work at Home Depot if you want to work, if you want to be with your family every day, because you are working one of the most dangerous jobs in the entire world. You're going to get shot at by bad guys. It's just going to happen. You are going to get a concussion. You're going to get knocked out. You're going to come against a disgusting player that just does not care about the rules and suspension and about this and about that. And he got your ass. And it's fine. It's okay. It's a part of the game. Now let's move on with the shits, man. Come on, man. He got that dude, and that is what it is, bro. Y'all got y'all little suspension. Y'all got y'all little the publicity on the radio and on the TV and everything like that. Now, what are you gonna say whenever Trevor Lawrence comes back and he gets to that field and everybody's treating this nigga like Damar Hamlin, like he just passed out and died on the field, and he goes out there, thanks everybody, I appreciate it. He goes out on that field, that line of scrimmage, and the first throw he is a pick. What are you gonna think then? Because I guarantee you ain't gonna be thinking this shit right here. Guarantee you ain't gonna be thinking, oh man, it was so. Oh well, he did get a concussion a couple weeks ago. It could be. You're not gonna care. All you're going to be thinking about is that pick that he just threw. You just came back. You got a pick? God, this is crazy. What was we
didn't
for?
know,
you know?
I didn't know Shaair apologized. I was just looking at it. I was like, oh, shit, he did apologize. Oh, never mind then. What I said.